My name is James Williams Jr. And if I read one more of these, I'm going to fucking die. There must be a teenage teacher fuck website, or a teachers will fuck my teenage child website, or teenage teachers slash fuck students for an easy A class.com. For all of these, 27-year-old married teacher with one child arrested for having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old. I suppose that's the teacher. Let's see if I can get you guys a better look. Okay, so she's not a bad-looking woman. I personally am not into black women, but you guys know that. You know, it's nothing personal against them. It's just my preference. So, here we go. A high school math teacher. Well, probably I would have stuck with her because I suck at math. A high school, no joke, I do suck at math. A high school math teacher in Charleston, South Carolina, in Charleston, South Carolina, was arrested for engaging in a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old male student. Jennifer Daniel, how the hell do you say this last name? Olajire-ARO. 27, faces one account of sexual battery with a student 16 or 17 years of age, according to the court records. This was the teacher in question, because I can't pronounce her name, first year teaching pre-calculus algebra at Burke High School. She was also coached of tennis. I don't know if that's how it's wrote. Also coached tennis. Okay. Me and my ebonics. Excuse me, and my dyslexia. The teacher was arrested Monday after the unidentified student revealed the sexual encounter was another teacher, reported the Post and the Courier. I guess those are the newspapers that's local there. We have the Daily Progress, not the Daily Planet, so Clark Kent doesn't work here. Okay. The teacher in court on Tuesday, where she was given a $100,000 bail in order to not have contact with the victim, his family, and students at the school. The teacher is also not allowed to leave the state without permission for the Ninth Circuit Solicitor's Office, whatever. According to her attorney, J. Kevin Holmes, the teacher has a family at home. She is married, he told the Post and the Courier. Her husband is a student at the Medical University of South Carolina in a residency program. She has a 10-month-old baby girl. Oh my God, come on, girl, what the hell were you thinking? Once the victim told another teacher about his relationship with the teacher, she was reported soon after and admitted to engaging in an intimate and sexual relationship with the other 17-year-old male student on 3 occasions between November and December at the residence, according to the arresting officer, or whatever the hell this is. During the initial hearing, the victim's mother cheerfully discovered the statement. She's an awesome teacher, but she is an HELLAACIOUS person for what she did. Okay. The mother said he is 17. 17, he is not an adult. Emotionally, he is not ready for this. It is not for the text of the phone calls in the comments. The teacher is on paid administrative leave, according to the state, and Andy Hewitt, the district spokesman. Alright. So let me let y'all know how I feel on this entire fucking clusterfuck that just keeps happening. Alright? Because I feel some kind of way about this, so I thought I'd just get this out my chest. What the fuck is wrong with you teachers? And where are you? Because I could use some decent, hardcore, raunchy, mad, nasty monkey love. And I'm over 40. So that way, nobody can get arrested. And you guys are married. What are you doing? What are you thinking? Is your husband not licking the box properly? Is he not banging it out right? I mean, Tell him what he needs to do so you don't have to go to some fucking kid to live out I Pop the Teacher fantasy, which should be another .com. Thank you to that group. I got it made, got it made, got it made. I Pop the Teacher. Y'all know who they are. I want to say it's Van Halen, but I could be wrong, so I don't want to say it's Van Halen because Van Halen is one of my favorite groups, so it might not be Van Halen, and I don't want to embarrass myself. But anyway, I don't understand how this happens. How bad off are you not getting it at home? Did you look at your 17-year-old student? He must have had a body from hell to go back 3 times. Or, loneliness, I get it. Porn is free. They make toys. Women have more toys than guys. There's no way in hell I'm going to buy a female mannequin to lay in my bed. That shit's just not a fucking option. These hands work fine. Porn is free on the internet. And if you watch the right YouTube movie, you might see some boobs there. But how in the blue hell does this happen? This is constantly happening. I mean, it's like turning around. This is just as big a fucking phenomenon as all the sexual harassment allegations that has me, as a man, afraid to speak to women. I'm afraid to go up and say hi to a woman because I'm scared she's going to say I was sexually harassing her. Hell, I see women, I'm starting to look down at the ground now just so that I don't have to look at how pretty they are, because if I say something, I might get arrested. Not that sexual harassment is a correct thing, but this has become an explosion. But so has this event with teachers fucking their students. You know what? Let me play devil's advocate right now. Let me totally flip that script, because you guys probably didn't see this coming, but I did, so I'm going to say this. If you are a teacher and you are going to sleep with a student, if you're in college, that's kind of acceptable. If you're a high school teacher teaching high school boys, completely unacceptable, because kids have big mouths. Most of the time, and I will say this because I said this on a Facebook page, which now this here is proving me completely wrong, and I'm usually never wrong. Most boys, we don't suffer from blabbermouth syndrome. Unless you're a 17-year-old boy who hasn't had sex before in your life. Of course he's going to tell everybody. The first time that you had sex, you're going to share that with somebody, especially if it was an awesome experience. Now, I can't speak for girls, because I've been told most of the time a girl's first experience is awfulsome. Thank you, John Cena, for that nice new word that I'm going to coin a phrase on. Awfulsome. And it probably is. You got somebody trying to jam a 6 to 8 inch rod inside your body. In no way, shape, or form does that sound like that's a cool idea, but, as a female, that's kind of what you were designed for. Mostly for procreation and a good time. You just depend on which side of the track you want to be on. But as a grown woman, you should probably know better than to sleep with somebody who's mentally not mature enough to keep their fucking mouth shut. How do you think rumors in school start with how this girl has sex with somebody, or this girl has sex with somebody, even if the girl's still a fucking virgin and she hasn't had sex with anybody? How do you think that shit happens? Because some boy who wanted to sleep with her was rejected. So all of a sudden now, she's the girl that smells real bad in another regions. She's the funky whore who sleeps with everybody. And all because one guy decided that he wanted to sleep with her and she said no. So now everybody's thinking that she smells bad, or that she'll give it up to everything that moves. And now we flip the script back to logic and reality. And in reality it's really simple. If you're going to have sex with a kid, make sure they're legal, like 18, 19, and like are on their way the fuck out of school, like after graduation, summertime even. Like, okay, it's summertime, you're going to turn 18, you just graduated in June or May or whatever the district in that your school is going to. Once that motherfucker's 18 and graduated, you're good to go. If he's an emancipated minor and he's 16 and graduated, you're probably good to go. But if they still live at home and they aren't emancipated and they have a lot of friends, what the fuck were you thinking? If you're sleeping with a kid who's 17 years old or 16 years old, believe me, there's nobody in that school who's not gonna know if you have a landing strip or if your pussy is ball. Because if I'm 17 and I'm sleeping with a teacher, of course, I've always been really good at keeping secrets because that's part of the martial arts. But if I didn't know martial arts and I was a 17-year-old and I was sleeping, I had some hot teachers when I was in high school. If I slept with any of them, that shit would have been the secret that I would carry to my motherfucking grave. But I guess you guys in this generation don't really know about how it is with Generation X. We were the best. We are still the best. And you young people need to learn that one ultimate secret, especially if you're going to sleep with one of these fucking children. Keep your mouth shut. Now let me flip the script again to the young 17-year-old boys. You suck. You ain't supposed to tell nobody if you popping a teacher. Straight the fuck up. You need to keep that to yourself. Don't tell your friends. Don't tell your homeboys. Don't post it up on Facebook. Don't put it up on YouTube. Don't record the shit. You keep that shit to your motherfucking self. And for you teachers, if you're fucking your students, I'm not going to say you're completely wrong, because sometimes you get an itch and you gotta scratch it, but you could go to a bar and get a fuck. That's not that difficult. You see this kid every day and you think he's not going to tell somebody that he got to poke the teacher with his little dick? And even if his dick's a big dick and it's bigger than your husband's dick, you have to draw the moral line somewhere. So I'm going to end with this. I got it made, got it made, got it made. I'm going to tell everybody I popped the teacher. Which goes back to, why in the fuck would you fuck a teenager instead of going to find a different person to cheat on? Oh, I'm married. It's not an affair if I slept with a teenager because he's not going to tell everybody. Really? Really? Well, stupid is as stupid does. You have a baby at home and a husband. And you're not the first teacher that I've wrote this on. Because I've done this plenty of times. And I'm not doing this to shame you. I'm just doing this to ask, why the fuck does this keep happening? Where the fuck do you guys live with all the horny teachers? Because I'm more than willing to be your gigolo. To come down there and I'll be your gigolo. And you won't have to lose your jobs or go to jail or sleep with 17-year-old kids because there's enough of James to go around. All jokes aside, though, you really should not do things like that. If you're going to cheat on your husband, at least cheat on him with a grown-ass man. And this goes to all the ladies that I've profiled and did this to, because I'm not picking on you, I'm just dropping the truth. You want to lose your job over 15 minutes? Okay. You didn't go to school and go to college for all this shit to lose it over a 16 or 17-year-old blabbermouth-ass kid. And if you're going to be a woman having sex with a teenage kid, you know, don't think you're going to get off any easier than the last two guys that did this shit that were white dudes. Or one of them was white anyway. The dude that was the coach that took the girl from Tennessee all the way to California. And then the other dude who was somewhere in the same area. I think he was Latin, though. Who took her from somewhere to somewhere else. And they got caught and they're both back home and they're not commenting. And, you know, I understand seduction and being seduced and all that. But there is a moral line. And don't think because you're women you're going to get treated any less. And then there's also Mary Kay Letourneau. She did the same thing. She was one of the first women to do this shit. And then she wound up marrying the guy and then they got a divorce after he gave her 2 babies. You guys really, if you're looking for the fantasy life, here's a tip. Don't have it with people under your age. Go older, go the same age, but don't go with children. They don't know any better. And even when you teach them, there's no guarantee that they're going to keep you because you're much older and they're going to find someone who's more in tune with their age group and be like, psh, I'm out. They may or may not deal with the responsibilities of the children that they give you. And in the end, you'll have no one to blame but the person in the mirror. I'm James Williams Jr. I hope like hell I don't have to pick up another Top Buzz and find some more shit like this. Again, I'm not judging you. I stay horny all the time. But I'm not going to go down the street to go mess with the 14-year-old girl that's down the street that walks past the house every week. She's 14. Her life's just beginning. Why would anybody want to do that? That's just fucking insane. And by the way, child porn is illegal. So maybe you shouldn't be starring in videos with 16-year-olds either. No, just saying. I mean, I don't know if they made videos. I'm just adding that out there to anyone who's thinking about sleeping with a 16-year-old boy or girl and you being a teacher, an authority figure in their life in which they trust you. So it's going to get to that point. Let me make a second video of this. Be seeing ya.